What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I am back from holiday. I took some time off from making videos, just enjoying the summer. I didn't really go anywhere, I just played video games all day because that is what I love to do besides filming and editing and posting videos on YouTube. But it's time to start working again, and of course we're gonna work on the Fox again because I want to get that bike ready. Of course there's still gonna be a lot of problems, but yeah. That's how it goes. Today there's not really a plan of what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some small stuff, get myself going again. I don't want to go into a big project right after my holiday. So I'm just gonna do some small stuff, grind some stuff away from the frame, maybe putting the crank seals, get that all sorted out. Also I'm gonna have to take a look at the kickstart cover because there's still some paint on there and I need to strip that down to get it all mounted. I don't want to put it on there. So that is something that is holding me back a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna be all small stuff, all little stuff, and I will show you in the end what I all did. So let's get right into it. After the holidays, work on the Fox again. So this is the end result. I put some primer on it to prevent it from rusting, but it looks absolutely good. There's some minor defects, well, imperfections for me. When you see right here, this corner is nice and sharp, but here there's a little bit of a line. But I'm not really worried about that. It looks nice. It will be stronger than before. This is now a completely connected corner. And also here, so I'm not really worried about breaking. Of course, we're still gonna have to address this. This doesn't look good. Every single hole is gonna be patched up. Maybe even this one. I don't really know what this one was for, but we're gonna patch that up. So as you can see, this is like the main part of the welding that I done in the frame. There still need to be a bracket right here for the spring. I'm not gonna brag, but my welds look pretty decent enough. When you look at the welds that came on the bike, they don't look really nice. These ones pretty okay, but not perfect. And even on the other side, there's like a little blob right here. It doesn't really look good. Is it strong enough? As you can see, there's not much material fused together in the corner. And here, yeah, it doesn't look good. So maybe in a later point when we finish everything up, I will go over these welds, clean them up. Like you can see here, there's a little bit of a bubble right here. It isn't flat with this surface. So yeah, I'm gonna grind that down, get rid of these runners. But when you look at it, this is like the quality that I want on the bike. And when you look at what the factory provided, I mean, yeah, it's just a plate. Even they didn't grind this down, but yeah, it's pretty nasty. Also, I painted up a little bit of the front because it was rusting. Now I'm thinking about the next step that I can do. There's still a little bit of a time left in the day, and I might take this plate off, see what I'm working with. At first I was thinking, yeah, maybe smooth it off a little bit. But I'm not really sure about that because there are a lot of right angles on here, like the tube here and whatever. Might keep that straight, but yeah, I'm gonna have to work on this a little bit, take it out, see what I can find in there. I was thinking I'm gonna have to drill a hole in here because when you weld a tube completely shut, pressure will build up from the heat, but there's still a hole right here, so I'm not really worried about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna grind away this, get that out of there because it looks really nasty. Don't know why they did it like this, and I don't really like it. I'm gonna clean it up, see what I can work with it, get some metal from the scrap metal bin, and see what I can make of it. If I can make a plate on there and maybe tack weld it in place, and then later on we can finish that up. But yeah, it looks pretty good. If you want to see the bare metal version, you can always check out TikTok. I posted a little before and after when I welded it. So if you're interested in that, go follow me on TikTok or just check it out, drop a like and whatever. Let's start grinding on this and see what we find in there. So I put the bike together to see if the work that I did actually made a difference or if it was a complete waste of time. Now, of course, this front plate is just cosmetics. It's strengthened up the tube right here, but yeah, was it necessary? Not really, but it looks cleaner right now. Now the main focus of this video was the whole part where the carb goes. Now let me get you guys closer in and I can explain everything what I need to do and what I have to do and how to place it. So this is the carb that I'm gonna put on it, and as you can see, it is a very big carb. If you compare it to the stock carb, yeah, it's a little bit bulkier. So this is the area I'm gonna have to work with. It looks like a lot of room is in here. Now, because how the carb is set up, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because when the whole thing collapses with the spring, I don't know how much this moves, but it will move. I don't want it to hit here. I'm using this socket like the pipe that it's gonna be, or the intake. And when I put it in here, this is very close. This is like 2 centimeters, so that is a little bit tight. I'm not really sure if I want to go that way. I cannot put it straight because I run in with spring, but we were always meant to do it something like this. And now if I do it like this would be quite okay, but I don't really want to do this because I want to create more room. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to make the intake slightly go down and then flatten out. Of course, when we see the whole bike, well, the shock with the frame connected, see the placement and whatever, we're gonna have to figure that out. But I want it something like this. Now, the reason that I want it like this is because of this. I'm gonna have to put it a little bit down, so it's gonna have to snake up a little bit and then flatten out here. So it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle to do that. But I think that is gonna be the perfect way to do it. It's gonna look nice and clean. Also because I have to do this also because the choke works like this. You have to pull it out, twist it, start the bike, and when you are starting, you pull it back down. But if it's in its upright position, yeah, there's not a lot of room. So it's gonna be a little bit crooked. The ideal way to do this is to put it straight and as close as possible, but we're just gonna have to work with it like this. But of course, to do this, you have to figure out the spring and whatever. It is somewhat straight. It's not completely raked, but we're gonna have to put on the wheels and tires, see how much clearance we have, like the minimum clearance, and then just figure out where the spring goes. I think the best way that I'm gonna have to start figuring out the carb system is when it's in a rolling frame. I cannot start making the tubes and whatever, don't know how much down that I need to go before the spring is attached and the wheels and whatever. So I'm gonna have to get the wheels as quickly as possible over here and see if I can figure it out. Put the wheels and tires on there, inflate them, and see what we got working with. Hopefully the axle fits, or I can make it fit, because I'm a little bit worried about that. It is a very long axle, and where there is no treads, it's pretty big, and I cannot compare it because I don't have the wheels right here. The shade got the wheels, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I already thought of a solution. I can recut the threads or make them a little bit longer if I can find the right tool for it. I can do that, but then the brake is gonna be, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a horrible mess to make it all fit. But in the end, it will be worth it, seeing the bike with a total different fork and whatever. But yeah, so for the last time, show the work I did. This looks much more cleaner. When I took it out, there was a lot of rust in there, so yeah, maybe that's better. It's sealed off now. No water or whatever can go in there, so rust will be a little bit prevented. Not completely, because you cannot remove the rust in there. And also this part right here, which looks pretty nice. I thought about the connecting piece for the spring. I'm thinking about something like going in a curve right here, snaking up here, and then just going to here. Make it the same size as here, so it kind of flows with this tube right here and connects it all here. Of course, I'm gonna weld plates on here and whatever, make it all nice and clean so it's sturdy as well, because this is a lot of space to bridge and we want it as sturdy as possible. We don't want to connect it like up here. That would be, yeah, ugly. So yeah, it has to be functional and look good as well. And then of course we have this whole mess right here. And when the bike is in a rolling frame, we can start cutting right here. make that all nice and clean, but that is gonna be when the bike is standing up straight at its own. Also, when we're at that point, I'm talking about a lot of weeks, kickstand is gonna be necessary. We're not gonna keep the center stand. We're gonna put in a kickstand. Also, that is gonna be a worry as well. It used to connect to the exhaust or something like that. So I'm gonna have to figure that out because we're not using the stock exhaust. I don't have the stock exhaust laying around here. It's already sold, so we cannot use that. A lot of work, but a lot of progress. It looks good. I'm pretty happy about it. So that is gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you're not already subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.